Wichita, Con, Tribune News Service, the return of U.S. soldiers' remains from North Korea has raised hopes that Father Emil Capown, Kansas saint-to-be, may be among them, but the priest in charge of the local canonization effort says he thinks the chance is little to none. The first set of remains to be returned after President Donald Trump's meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un landed in South Korea on Friday. It contains 55 boxes of remains and a single military identification tag. The Rev. John Holtz, the priest in charge of the local effort to elevate Capown to sainthood, said he thinks it is more likely that Capown's remains are among other unidentified soldiers in Hawaii, or that his remains are still in North Korea. Capown, a Kansas farm boy born in 1916, died of illness and starvation in a North Korean prison camp in 1951. He was a chaplain, with his regiment fighting during the first year of the Korean War. As time goes on and if North Korea does allow the United Nations or United States to go in to look for the remains, I do have great hopes that his remains would be found then, Holtz said. For years, there has been speculation that Capown's remains may be among those at the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific in Honolulu. Remains marked Father Capown were among those returned to the United States after the Korean War, but experts identified the remains as belonging to a man much younger than Capown. Remains were also found of Asgt. Lusk, who passed away about 3 months after Capown and was buried in the vicinity. They believe Father Capown's remains are there in Hawaii, because if Sgt. Lusk's remains were returned and he was buried near Father Capown, they thought surely Father Capown's remains would have been returned also, Holtz said. However, after years of believing that Capown had been buried in a mass grave near the Yalu River, researchers learned that Capown may instead have been buried underneath a lean-to closer to the death house, or camp hospital, Holtz said. If Capown's remains were not in the same grave as Lusk, then they may still be in North Korea. Capown was given a posthumous Medal of Honor in 2013 and was named Servant of God by the Catholic Church in 1993, meaning his cause for canonization had begun. A theological committee is currently reviewing Capown's positio, which includes details of his life and works, as the Catholic Diocese of Wichita works to compile information on alleged miracles attributed to Capown. Holtz said he hopes to hear more news from the canonization process by the fall. The return of Capown's remains would bring closure to his family, Holtz said, and also be meaningful to other Americans. It would be a comfort to us knowing that somebody, one of us who went to a foreign land to try to bring peace and justice into that land and died during that process, that he too had made it back home, Holtz said. Copyright 2018 The Wichita Eagle, Wichita, Con. Visit the Wichita Eagle, Wichita, Con. at www.kansas.com. Distributed by Tribune Content Agency, LLC.